I want to promote the health and fitness, but also the importance of mental health. And so when I did Kapiletics, right, I put out clothes, but what was more important to me was the message behind it, just kind of like how you guys do it, right?
Yeah.
So how I did that was I would reach out to some friends that were like already personal trainers or just big in the health and fitness game, and I would say, okay, well, I'll put you guys on my Instagram, but can you just preach out like how do you guys go about your day in the life,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because like, just like you guys, they live that life every single day, so it's like it's a routine for them, but they're disciplined. And I wanted to get different perspectives. So the whole objective was to kind of just teach others like you don't have to be crazy like cool guy with like or girl with a bunch of followers. Like you can do this just a normal human being.
If I did this for the money, if I did this for the money, it's Hazzy. If I did this for the money, would've gave up long ago. It's the passion and the drive buried deep down in my soul. It's ambition, I'm too hungry, I ain't never getting full. On a mission, it's a battle, locked and loaded, bulletproof. On my mission, on the way to the top. Got my whole team strapped, we prepared for the odds. Entire life I've been the underdog, odds against me. Mama, look at me now, I'm ferocious and filthy. I'm a pit bull, won't stop till there's bloodshed.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Needs and Build podcast. The Baldy Boys are back for episode 16. And this is the podcast where we tell our stories and our lessons of our journey to possibly help you on yours. And today we have a special guest, MB ambassador and owner of Beyond Blessed hat brand.
What up?
Pete Kapileo, everybody. Welcome to the fucking podcast, brother.
Yep.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
No, don't know.
So today's all about you, bro. We just want to hear your journey, hear your stories. And like we always say, it's just to, get it out there, help people, inspire people.
For sure.
I'm glad you're fucking here, bro.
It's crazy, bro. This is definitely long overdue,
Yeah.
but something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So thank you so much for having me, man.
Oh, yeah.
Excited to get this started.
So I wanted to bring, I thought it'd be really cool to bring Pete on because he is a little bit younger than me and Mark. And, it's a different perspective coming from somebody that, starting his own brand, going on his entrepreneurial journey and his journey through life. And I thought it'd be cool to hear from a different perspective from him being a little bit younger and then, speaking to, people more around your age or younger, just knowing that, there's somebody that's not just, getting these thoughts in their head like we are, at our age, but also if you're a younger dreamer, there's possibilities too,
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're here to be able to share that, bro.
Excited, bro.
So
Thank
let's start with like the beginning, bro. Like just where you from, where you started, family life growing up.
Born and raised in Saipan. Originally from the north, Tanapek.
Oh.
Yeah, I was raised there.
T8.
T8, yeah. But left the island when I was 8 years old to Arizona, where my mom was at, and then grew up there majority of my life through elementary, then all the way to high school, and then college. But yeah, and then from there I moved over here to Washington with BAM. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Grew up there. Spent most of my life in Arizona, and that's pretty much it.
Why Arizona?
Yeah.
Arizona. Well, my mom originally is from or went to school in Rhode Island, and what's it called? She
Hated
got
the
a
cold.
Yeah, she actually loves the cold. She loves the East Coast,
Oh,
but
for
she got a really good job offer down in Arizona, and she took it. And it was like, they're just waiting for me to. My mom was just waiting for me to make the decision to move out there. And as a young kid, I didn't really know.
Yeah.
What was the opportunities that were out there for me, but I was like, yeah, whatever, screw it.
Yeah,
I just I miss being with my mom, and my grandma and my grandpa raised me, so it was a lot easier for my mom to go to school.
Yeah.
So when I decided to do it, it was kind of like a no-brainer. And obviously my little brother just was just born, so I was like, maybe I can just help my mom out. So I moved out to Arizona, and that was probably the best decision for me, honestly. Yeah, as a young kid too.
So you graduated out in Arizona?
Yeah, I graduated in Arizona. high school, and then went to college, community college at Glendale. And yeah, man, it's just I love that state so much. I know a lot of people say like it's too hot, but
Yeah.
it's probably one of the best states to ever live in. Just the atmosphere and the cost of living and everything else that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of Chamorros out there. I know that.
There's so many, man.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's so many, and they're very tight knit, just like out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like growing up there was easy transition, to be honest, because out here we're all that we have, each other, and so moving out here it was kind of tough. You can ask any islander that just first moved out here, and you got the thick accent, and people don't really understand who you are, the things you eat, but it was easy for me because when I moved to Arizona, the people there were loving and caring, and it was cool, man.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's easy when you especially coming from Saipan, bro, because it's so hard if you're coming straight from the island with the accent and all that, and you just feel like you're gonna be such an outsider. But then you have your people that are been there and they understand you.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember when I came out from Saipan, bro, and I went to Oregon. It was fucking rough, bro. Like on the baseball team, there's 60 guys on the team, right, trying out for the team, bro. And this was in September, and I remember the coach made us all introduce ourselves. And I remember, I did my part, and I hate doing that. That's like one of the most nerve-wracking things back in the day. And when I got like tight with some of those guys later on, they told me just like, bro, we didn't understand anything you said, and we didn't know if you were Puerto Rican, Dominican. They had no fucking idea, bro. So it's like, coming out from the island, it's nice to have that community that's in that area,
for sure,
instead of you just feeling like you're by yourself. But that's cool.
Like out here in Washington, usually all the Chamorros are down south. Where are they over there?
Majority of them, it's Peoria or Glendale. But yeah, I mean, well, when I first moved out there, we my mom, we all lived in Scottsdale, and there's not really that many Chamorros out there. But it was still kind of close by, and what actually brought us together was the softball community, just like every other state, man. I tell you. And shout out to my Auntie Sam and my Uncle JJ Solace. They're awesome people, man, and they treated me just like their son. So it was an easy transition for me, and I grew up with them and their kids as well. But yeah, the softball community is big down there. I met Al. They lead softball there and baseball. But yeah, just absolutely love that state, and something that Bam and I talked about, possibly moving back down there, but I'm actually growing into this state too itself. But
they're very different. They're very different states. Bro. They're very different.
For sure.
One's hot, one's just wet and cold.
Yeah, and it's just different, like culturally too. I think like when I go down there, or when I've been down there, it's just different. But it's cool. I'm pretty sure people are happier because it's not fucking depressing weather, all the time.
It's sunny like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Especially right now.
It's a different state. I was thinking about I think it's Colorado. They say has like the most sunny days out of the year than any other state. Yeah, which is crazy because it's pretty.
Colorado.
Yeah, bro. Okay. But it's crazy to hear that because there's like fucking the weather there is bipolar as fuck, just like here.
Really?
So I don't know.
It's probably freezing down there though.
Yeah,
in Colorado.
I know it snows a lot.
It snows. I was gonna say it snows a lot.
But yeah, shit. So Saipan to Arizona.
Yeah.
And then
Washington.
What'd you come to Washington for?
So, well,
was it for love?
No, dude. That's hilarious because I remember when I first came here, I went to go see Jared and the boys play at a tournament, right? And that was when I first moved out here. And I pulled up. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come see you." And the first thing he did was, "Dang, bro, you moved for the girl, bro." Dude, I was like, I couldn't lie, But yeah, it was just, to be honest, I was still pretty young. I was like 22, and I talked to I had a long talk with my mom, and I was like, just give it a shot. I want something new, and I loved AZ, like I said, but I don't know, I just felt like Washington was like the Pacific Northwest is where I wanted to grow. And so I took that chance. That was like my first ever big chance. And it was easy because the love of my life was out here, but at the same time I was leaving my siblings, my mom, and being the oldest out of 3. That's tough, man. That's tough. But what made it a lot easier was my little brother Nate. Like, he's so responsible for his age, and it was tough. But I told him, I said, dude, this is your chance to kind of step up and be the man of the house. And he did that, man. He crushed it, did it way better than I did. And so, I took that chance, and everything that happened it kind of led up to that moment. I was like, I took that chance, and everything has been going great because the Lord has blessed me with all these opportunities. So
nice.
Nice.
So you've been out here since when? When would you
So I moved out here, I want to say 2019, 20. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, 19, I believe. And I've been out here for about almost 5 years now.
Almost 5 years.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
About 4. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
You sure? I feel like it was earlier than that.
No, I know. That's what I was like.
Been out here maybe.
It's
Like
been
you've
so
out here
long.
longer.
Yeah, longer.
Because you played softball with us for a little bit too, and I'm pretty sure that was before COVID, bro. Because yeah, that was before COVID.
It may have been. I just can't remember because on top of my head. But yeah, I came here in May and started jamming with you guys. I want to say around like October-ish when we played. I'm not really.
Yeah. Oh, it might have
been
been
a
the same
minute,
year,
bro.
rather.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, just
welcome to Washington.
yeah. I consider
5 years
myself
later.
honestly. I consider myself a Washingtonian already. I mean,
Yeah.
I used to tell Vanna like, it's so weird. Like, I used to tell Vanna, I was like, yeah, no, I'm always gonna be from Zona, no matter what. Like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, like, I started going outdoors and
Yeah.
hiking. Like, I don't ever do that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't hike in Arizona. It's like 100 degrees out there. But
Yeah.
then, you know, that's like where my fitness journey kind of started.
Mm.
Was you know, doing all these hikes out here and then like enjoying the, you know, the outdoors. And I was like, damn, this is fun.
Yeah.
You don't really get this in Arizona.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Okay, so you talk about fitness, like that was it. But so when you were younger, were you ever like, because you know, like that's what we preach. We preach fitness. Our brand is
Right.
you know, it revolves around fitness. It revolves around health and, you know, mindset and stuff like that and family. But like, when you were growing up, was fitness or sports or anything like, did it play a role in like, you know, what you do now and stuff like that, and like how you think about it? Because I know you're into fitness now.
Right. To be honest, not when I first started, or when I was a little kid. It was all about baseball, to be honest. Just like, you know, back home, that was like the main sport. So I grew up, and then I played little league baseball, then middle school, then up to high school. But the fitness part of it was never like big to me until after high school. I mean, I ever since I could remember, I've always been a scrawny kid, man. Like, I think my senior year, I weighed 121 pounds, like soaking wet, bro. Yeah, that's tiny, bro. But if you see my mom, like my mom's like 4'11", like I got her genetics, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I started my fitness journey after high school because I was just kind of bored, you know. After high school, just all your friends just go off, we all go separate ways, and I didn't know about softball until later on, but I decided, I was like, you know, let me just get a gym membership. So I followed one of my uncles, Colin, to the gym, and I was like, let's see where this goes. And from there, I got obsessed with it, man. Like, you know, I was a meathead. You know, I didn't really care about diet or you know, all the stuff you should be eating. I didn't care about sleep, but that's where it really started. And then, you know, over time, I started to understand the importance of that stuff. And yeah, I started to enjoy it. I started to love it. And I remember when I first met you, that's like one of the first things we had in common was, you know, we wanted to, we love the gym. We want to talk about like personal training and all that stuff. And yeah, until now, like I love it. And I've gotten more into it, like just studying the body and the importance of nutrition. So, yeah.
So you just gotten like a lot deeper into
For
it. Like,
sure. Yeah. Just because I mean, what really made me obsessed with it was, I was doing jiu-jitsu for like a couple months, and I remember when I was rolling one day with like a dude that was like almost as Mark's size, bigger. I don't know what I was doing, bro. It was dumb idea, but after class, like you're able to roll with like whoever who's on the mat, and I, you know, me being my ego is so big. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it. You know, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah. And in jiu-jitsu, they teach you not to, like, at least when you're a white belt, when you first start, like, probably not the best idea to do that. You know, it's all about patience. And when I did that, I was rolling with him. Everything was going good. And then he got on top of me. And so I did this move where I tried to rotate on my shoulder on the mat. Bro, something popped. Like, my shoulder popped. And I remember just, like, laying there. And I was like, oh, my God, my professor told me not to do this. And this is literally what he was talking about. He didn't say it, but he wanted to see if I was like smart enough to think that way. And sure enough, I learned the hard way. So I went home that day, and the first thing I did was grab my bands, and I did a little shoulder rotation, mobility. And I remember telling myself, like, dude, am I ever gonna lift again? Am I ever, like, I was out of jiu-jitsu for about almost like a month until I had the courage to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And my professor, he knew, he's like, this guy, you know, and I couldn't even roll. I mean, I did stretches and I would just do the moves, but it was so painful to even just like try to lift my shoulder up. And at that moment on, I was like, I need to take care of my body. Because I was working night shift and I was getting barely any sleep. My diet was bad, but I realized like I could have, you know, made things better if I stretched before, if I ate right, if I had slept right. So that's what really changed it. Yeah.
I mean, you know, we always gotta wait for some crazy shit to happen for us to change.
Isn't that crazy, dude? Yeah.
And it sucks like that it has to lead to shit like that, but that's just what. So what was it? Your rotator cuff or something?
It felt like a muscle or something like right here in this area when I was rolling on it, and then it's something popped, bro. I don't know what it is. I did my research.
You never got looked at?
Never.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I'll tell you right now, what really helped me was this is where like the discipline came in, right? I made sure that every morning and every night, the minute I woke up, I didn't really do I didn't stretch. I did mobility like movements, and that helped a lot. Like literally every morning before work, because you know my work required me to pick up heavy stuff. So I said the only way this is gonna get better is if I stay consistent, stay disciplined, and realize like how this is gonna benefit me. And so I had like a plan, bro. I did certain sets, like after another set, and then I would do I would add a little bit of like push-ups here, but not like where I'm like on the floor. I would just go on the bench, just kind of like lean on it, just to add a little bit of strength, you know. And then over time, like shit, you know, like over a year, it started to get stronger. And I didn't want it to heal.
Motherfucker,
things dropped like 3 times already.
I can explain it. So, what helped a lot was having a plan, having a routine every morning and every night, stretching. But more mobility, movements. I used to do. I would grab the band and just do different kinds, kind of like how you warm up before you hit like a chest workout, right? That's what I would do, just different kinds of movements around, and I would also add like push-ups where I'm on a bench or like a bed and just kind of like push up to add a little strength on it, and over time it healed, I would say, and I was able to gain that mobility that I need to, you know, bench press and any shoulder workout without having any pain. Yeah, dude, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I know. I feel that, bro. Like for 75 hard last time, I did yoga on for my second workout. I was doing yoga and shit like that, bro. That shit is hard. Like it is fucking hard. Yeah. But I realized like how important it was for me to recover, and then I realized how unflexible I was, bro. Like I couldn't fucking stretch anything. My hips are super tight. That's why I have a really hard time squatting. My back is super tight. My shoulders are really tight. Like you start realizing that, but if you have good mobility, it actually helps you with your lifting, bro. Right. So like. It's crazy that we all think that we just had to go hit weights all the time, but if you really like dig deep into it and realize that mobility can fucking really help you with strength gains and stuff like that, bro. But even now, I still don't fucking do it enough. Like I still, you know, I'm running.
I've been watching that Matt Choi guy. He's a runner, but he does a lot of mobility workouts, and that's one of the things when I look at those mobility workouts, I'm like, I don't know anything about those. You know, some people look at weightlifting like I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I look at the mobility stuff, I'm like. It looks crazy, but I wouldn't know where to even begin. Yeah, you know what I mean. In what's it called? David Goggins' first book. One of the things he did like every single day for hours too was stretch. And I don't 3 hours every night.
Isn't that it blows your mind? Because like you would never think that would have any benefit other than like warming you up. Yeah. But this dude was like, you know, Mark, like he you already know too, Jay. Like he literally was like. Probably not in the best like shape as far as mobility, but he did that every single day for hours, and he was able to like kind of, you know, rejuvenate his body. So I took that was like actually what prompted me to like start doing the stretching. And so definitely like for any athletes out there or just young kids who are trying to you know, stay consistent, stay healthy, I think stretching, like you said, yoga too, like don't shy away from that kind of stuff, man. That's just as important as, you know, heavy lifting in the off season. So but
Goggins did that shit basically to save his life, right? Because he had like something going on that doctors couldn't even, you know, tell him what it was. They didn't even know what was wrong with him. But then he met with some guy that was also, I think, I don't know if he's an ultra marathon runner or something like that, but the guy had a really rigorous like stretching routine, and Goggins started doing that. He had that knot on his head or something like that, right? So in the back
of his neck or his head,
they couldn't explain it. And
weird,
over time, like he started doing that, and then it got better.
He was talking about like his psoas, what they call it, the psoas muscle.
Oh, his little
yeah, he do that little. I tried that, dude. That thing is hard, man.
I don't know how that works either. Until now, I still haven't like figured it out.
Fucking different, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, fitness is so like it's so big, bro. Like there's so much to it to be an depending on your you know what kind of athlete you're trying to be, right? There's so much to it. I mean, coming from nutrition to stretching to fucking lifting, like just learning lifting. That's why like when people act like they know everything about something, bro, that's fucking nuts because bro, the shit never stops. Like the learning process when it comes to that stuff, it never stops because especially like I think about now, like I'm trying to build this like be a hybrid type athlete, right, where I can run and lift well, be like a little bit above average at least in both, and it's me, just going through that process of constantly learning, bro, because I keep going through different stages when it comes to both of them, and I'm trying to learn how they can help each other, and I love being in the process. That's why I fucking do it every day, because I love the process of learning all that shit, because it just helps me mentally, like mindset wise, bro. It's such a big deal, right? And like you go through it too, like the more you go and you put yourself in those situations to learn more, you're setting yourself up, because it just translates to everything else. Right. It's like your job, whatever you're trying to, like your business is, you just have to constantly keep putting in to learn more and more about it, because it's a never ending process. Like you're never going to know everything about anything. Like it's never ending. It's never ending.
Yeah.
So like going from fitness to the brands, bro. So initially you started off with your brand called Kapiletics. And that was it was a movement just like ours, pretty much, right?
Right.
And believe me, like I live in a world of abundance, bro. Like I'm not ever thinking that somebody can take from our plate. I don't ever think that it's a competition between other brands.
Yeah, for sure.
There's enough for everybody to eat.
For sure.
The way I look at it. So I don't ever see it. But I was watching, like, I watch what you do, because I get inspiration from everybody, and I get inspiration from what people are doing. Yeah. Right. So it's me watching you and seeing your journey, like watching you start Kapiletics, and all the stuff that you were putting out, and the kind of content you were putting out. It was a lot like what we're doing, right?
You had a lot of people involved too.
I felt like, man,
that was kind of cool to see.
So how did Kapiletics start up and everything?
So to be honest, like I never wanted to put out a clothing brand, because I know how tedious it can be. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it was one night I was just laying down, and I was like, dang, like I don't know if I want to start this just to like start a little movement, or if I do want to just make clothes. And I was talking to Bam, and I was like, one night I was like, babe, well, even if I start one, like what would the name be? Yeah. And we were just coming up with names, and she came up. She's actually the person who came up with the names Kapiletics and Beyond Blessed Supply. Yeah. So shout out to my girl for coming through. But yeah, so I would tell Jesse, Jesse V of Villanova, I would be like, dang, bro, like I would totally love that, but what would be the message behind it? And he's like, bro, just do it. Just like you guys said, just do it. You never know where it can go. And I was like, well, I don't want to just start it. Like what I would do is I would sit down, I would think about, what do I represent as far as like when it comes to fitness, right? I love going there because it's therapeutic for me. Of course, like the health and fitness part of it, and the whole mental game about that comes with hitting the gym. And so that's why I started. I was like, I want to promote the health and fitness, but also the importance of mental health. And so when I did Kapiletics, right, I put out clothes, but what was more important to me was the message behind it, just kind of like how you guys do it, right? Yeah. So how I did that was I would reach out to some friends that were like already personal trainers, or just big in the health and fitness game, and I would say, okay, well, I'll put you guys on my Instagram, but can you just preach out, like, how do you guys go about your day in the life, right? Because these guys don't really do it just, they're not Instagram, how do you say this? Influencers. Yeah, influencers, right? Like, just like you guys, they live that life every single day. So it's like, it's a routine for them, but they're disciplined. And I wanted to get different perspectives. So I had Julia, who was a girl, and then I had David, and then of course, one of my close friends, Corey, who got on there. And the whole objective was to kind of just teach others, like, you don't have to be, crazy, like cool guy with like, or girl with a bunch of followers. Like, you can do this just a normal human being. Yeah. And so that was the whole point of it. And then I would just release like my brand out there. But yeah, that was like the whole reason why I started, was just to change people's perspective. And it was like around COVID when it started. So a lot of people didn't have anything to do. It was either the gym or just like chill.
You're just thinking of ideas.
So yeah, and you know, for me, like what made me stop it was like I realized like not everybody is gonna hop on too, but as long as I leave, like just like you guys leave an impact on their lives, that's all that matters to me. And I was just like, you know, maybe I don't have to make clothes. Like maybe I can just be that person and, you know, myself, like just work on that. And that's what I continue to do, honestly, is just spread that message. And I love that I'm with you guys now, bro, because you guys do that same thing. And then now that you guys, you know, you guys are getting to that part where you're growing, it's honestly awesome to be part of that, and to be able to share that same message that I did with Kapiletics. It means more to me than anything in the world. So
you know, like for real, I think it's we really appreciate that you came along. Like I didn't know, like I didn't even know Kapiletics wasn't going anymore. Like I just didn't like see anything, you know. And then I saw you started Beyond Blessed, and I was like, what the fuck happened to Kapiletics?
I know, right?
You know, but it's like it's cool because, you know, like that's what you're talking about, like when you had Kapiletics, right? It's about the message and then what you're pushing. And when it comes to Niche and Build, that's all I care about more than anything, is because we don't do anything special with our clothing. We're very simple. We're very, you know, we keep everything very simple. But what we want to be the strongest point of our brand is our message. We want to empower people. We want, when you put that shit on, when you put Niche and Build clothes on, you feel what we fucking do. Like you feel like you are a part of what we do. Like you seeing us work out and doing all this shit that we've never done before and pushing ourselves to levels that we've never pushed ourselves to before. When you put Niche and Build clothes on, that's what you should be feeling. But as soon as you put it on, you don't have to be in the gym. You could just be fucking doing something you've never done before. But you should be. But when you wear Niche and Build, you should feel and be a part of. Feel like you're a part of what we're doing. Because believe me, every time, the more I see fucking people wearing Niche and Build shit, bro, it pushes me more and more every day with what I do personally. Believe me, bro. Like the inspiration doesn't just come from, you know, our side. It comes from the other side too. All these people ordering our stuff, everybody wearing it and posting. When I'm going through videos from Facebook and, you know, Instagram and stuff, and I see randomly, you know, Niche and Build stuff, bro, that shit pushes me so, like, damn, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
for sure.
And it's like, I was actually talking to one of the boys the other day, right? And the shit is crazy, bro, because I used to really hope, when we first started it, I used to hope that people would wear Niche and Build. I would see people at random parties wearing Niche and Build clothes, right? And I used to talk to you about this. I would hope that I would see pictures of people at random parties and stuff like that, you know, wearing Niche and Build stuff. And then I realized, like, I don't see that much. But what I do see is people wearing Niche and Build stuff in the gym. I see a lot of that posting, bro. And that, to me, means that we're pushing the right message, because people are in an area, in a zone, and in an environment where they're pushing themselves to be better, and they're wearing our stuff. And that's what the message that I want to push across, because we can sit, like I always fucking say it, bro, if you're not growing, you're dying. And all the people that are wearing Niche and Build, and we see them, like, they go to the gym, I feel like they know it's Niche and Build time. Like that's I love that shit, bro. I fucking love that. And you were pushing that message with Kapiletics the same way. You know, that creating that routine, being better. You know, you don't have to be fucking special. You just got to show up. You just got to be there. You just got to get there. You know. So Kapiletics went Beyond Blessed. How did Beyond Blessed come across, bro?
So after Kapiletics, I had a long talk with Bam, and I was like, maybe I love putting out stuff, but I don't want to, like, even though I stopped doing Kapiletics, I was like, well, how can I continue with a good message? Like, so I put two and two together. I said, well, I love hats, right? I'm a hat collector. Well, what's another thing I'm passionate about? And that's my faith. And I'm a man of God, and I love preaching about it. And so I said, well, how do I do that? You know what I mean? And I was sitting with her, and I was like, here comes Bam again with the, she's like, hey, you always say you're blessed. Like, why don't you put something that has, blessed in it? I was like, all right, that'll be good. But what am I gonna do? Bless hats? Like, that's not catchy. And I was like, well, if you look at my PlayStation tag, my gamer tag, it's Blessed Era 670. So I was like, okay, well, I can do Blessed Era, but I'm like, no, that's Max Holloway's like trademark. And I said, okay, well, I always say I'm Beyond Blessed. I'm like, and I was like, yeah, Beyond Blessed is great. I'm like, okay, well then it has to be like Kapiletics had apparel with it. And then yeah, less supply kind of came along, and I was like, dude, I'll go with that. I don't care if it's catchy. I don't care whatever it is. I'll stick with it. And then that's kind of how it came along. But then I was like, wait, shoot, now I actually gotta get hats. I gotta figure out who I'm gonna get, who's gonna print these hats. And yeah, it's kind of like I figure out like two-tone hats, which is like the white on top, and the undervisor, the bill is like a different color, and that's what I wanna put out. And so I'm a big fan of cursive. You already know that.
Yeah.
And so I figured out, like, let me just mess around with these fonts. And then the font came out, and the rest was history, bro.
Yeah. They're fucking clean, bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
I wish I could wear it, bro, but I'm pretty sure you don't got my size.
So that's the thing too, Mark.
dickhead
Like,
boys.
yeah, I'm trying. So like you guys said, like, just you got to do it, right?
Mhm.
And so that's exactly what I'm going through right now. Like, I'm figuring out what exactly the crowd likes. What with staying original, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Staying like doing what I also am, like,
Like
what I
you
like.
envision.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. but yeah, like definitely something that I was so scared to do, because it's not that because I don't care who how many people want it or not, but I felt like I was doing something I love.
Yeah.
And like you said, like, the people will come, bro.
Mhm.
And I've gotten so much love and support from like people I don't even know from back home and just out here, you know what I mean? Like, just saying, oh dude, your hats are clean, they're sick. And it just like I don't have any words to say other than thank you, because it's something I've always wanted to do, but also something that, like, I don't know, it just means a lot.
Yeah.
And it's hard to put in words.
Yeah, it's
dude.
cool. It's just cool to get feedback from people that like support your stuff, even though it was just an idea, right? Like,
Right.
It's cool to be able to get people to kind of jump on that and give you feedback that you kind of hope for. Like, you hope people like it. Like, it's not that we don't care that people want it. It's just that if people don't, then that's fine. But we know along the way there has to be somebody that feels the same way I do,
Right.
And it's cool when you get more and more of that, which is cool, bro.
For sure.
And it's good that you started something that you just you love. Like, that's the thing about it. Some people will start businesses just to make money, and they know they can make money doing it, but that shit won't last. Like, that shit doesn't last long. If you don't really enjoy what you're doing, if you're not really passionate about it, yeah, you can make a little bit of money here. It won't last long. Like, that's just how that shit works.
Yeah,
I like the fact that also that even with Kapiletics, even though that is not going, you chose not to give up.
Yeah.
You went to the next step. So, okay, what else can I do? So you weren't afraid to, start something and then have to stop it. Because I think that's what a lot of people fear. It's like, if I start this up, what if I fail?
Yeah.
I don't want to fail, so I don't want to start it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you chose to take the next step. What else can I do?
You
How
know,
do I adapt? So
yeah,
that's
it
pretty
was.
dope.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was tough, but it was also something that because of Kapiletics and like the trials and errors I went through, I was able to kind of like, get through things better than I did before. And I was like, okay, well, it'll be a lot easier for me because I absolutely love the hats. I love the design. I just have to stick to like the same logos and just kind of preach, like, just show everybody, what the brand stands for, and what we're behind. And yeah, it's it's growing as we speak. I'm a very low key guy. You guys know that, but as the brand grows, like, I'm growing too as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I love.
Yeah, you learn more and more. Like, that's the good part about it, right? Like you said, you had Kapiletics, but you learned from all that stuff. Like,
For sure.
Even though it didn't work out, you learned from like how that
You
worked.
didn't start from zero when you started up the next step.
And then, so you have all those lessons that you learned and you brought it into, and then that's why how it can be more successful. Like, a lot of, like Mark just said, like, a lot of people, like, one thing fails, they just won't, just like, I don't want it. Yeah, I'm scared to try again. I don't want it. But that's props to you for sure. For like just trying to start again, do something else that you love. It's not just, I failed, so I got to do something that I'm for sure is going to be successful. You don't know that, right?
Right.
You go into it again blind. You're blind. You don't know if it's going to work out, but you're willing to go try.
For sure.
And much props to you for doing that, because
people won't. Some people aren't willing to try.
Shy away from it. They shy away from it.
I'll sorry, I have to add this, man. One of the things that motivated me to get through like that moment was you guys watching your videos on YouTube, the reels. I mean, I actually pay attention, bro, and being able to see that like on random times, it keeps me on my feet. It reminds me, like, if these guys are still going, there's no reason why I should stop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely something I'm very grateful for you guys. I know I rev the brand hard, bro, but you guys as individuals, like, you guys motivate me so much. So just thank you guys so much.
Bro, like I said,
it means a lot.
That's what we try to do, you know. We do, but it's like we say, it's not about us. It's about us trying to inspire more people. And like we said, everything we do, if it can just help one person, bro. If you're that one person, you're that one person. I'm fucking glad, you know, we're able to help you. Even there's nothing special about us, and you know, we're not fucking great at anything, but we're trying to reach greatness in our own ways, you know. And fucking, I'm glad that, you know, you're on that path, bro. And that's why I really wanted you to come on the pod, bro, because it's like there's something, and I was just telling Mark this the other day. There's something I see in you, bro. That there's like that you have it, but you know, there's like things that you're on that journey where you're still learning what it is, like what it is that I need to find, what I need to do to get there. Because but you, it's like I don't know,
it's
when I fucking there's something there, bro. Like when I see when I see like I know you have the drive. I know you have like you're motivated to do something special, and but there's just something. I feel like you're on that path to learn to finding out like what it is I need to do just to get there, you know. And I'm glad like you're just, I'm just really glad you're on that path, right? On that journey to fucking to get there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like what else like on the journey, like so on like with Beyond Blessed, like what is the like what are the processes and stuff like that you're going through right now that, you know, you're trying to figure out, that you're trying to, you know, create to grow, you know, Beyond Blessed, to get the message out to more people, to, you know, just all, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, I'm sure.
Right. Well, right now the goal right now is just to get it on everyone's head, bro. Whether it's at the beach, back home, or in the gym, I want it to be kind of like a staple that people can like wear wherever you like go. I can tell if, you know, people can relate to the brand itself, because everybody says they're blessed some way or another. And so I think that's where you know, they can relate to as far as like the hat goes. And I feel like being able to just push out that message will kind of like let the company grow or the brand grow. So I don't know.
That's what kind of AJ was talking about the last episode. Like we're not worried about paid advertisements and trying to do all this. You're just kind of growing organically is what you're saying.
That's exactly the whole point. Just not trying to do so much on the brand or the logo, just kind of making it a hat where you see it, you're like, oh, that's Beyond Blessed. Like that's cool. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, because you want your message to be stronger than just designs and stuff like that.
It's like simple. Yeah,
because I know a lot of people like they bank on designs and stuff like that, but like really, and people have to resonate with your message. They have to feel your message. They have to feel like they're a part of it, you know. And if they're feeling that, they're more inclined to wear something, you know. And going with Beyond Blessed, that's really damn fucking easy to
right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
because like, we're all blessed in some way, you know. Whether I mean, depending on, you can look at it however you want. You are blessed in some fucking way. If you are breathing air right now, you are fucking blessed. You know what I'm saying? There's people that live in totally different environments and they're fucking not doing so well, and you're most likely doing better than them. There's always somebody worse off than you. So if you fucking realize that, you are beyond blessed.
Like you literally just said. What I was thinking is, you know what? It doesn't matter who you are, what age you are. I mean, I've seen like older people like in their 40s, 50s wearing the hat, and then I've seen like young kids wearing it. And I'm like, that's so cool. I mean, that's cool to, you know, that they're wearing it, but it's also like some way or another they're blessed, right? And that's exactly what I was trying to get to. And I don't know, I just love that. I love saying the word blessed, and like you said, just everybody has a reason to be. So.
So what are I'm just curious, like, what are your like, what are your like your fitness goals? What are your goals for the brand? Like, if I don't know if they go hand in hand or just if they're just separate, but what are some goals that you have when it comes to those two things?
Well, this year was probably the first time I wanted to take my fitness journey like serious. I've always had a workout plan that was made for me, but I never really took it serious because something came up. But this year I'm definitely dedicated because I have the best workout partner ever. So this year I plan on bulking up. So before I started working out on my bulking phase, I was about 163. I'm 175, which the majority is like water weight. But taking creatine and eating more calories, I'm able to reach that goal. So originally my goal was 185, and I'm trying to do like as healthy as possible. So I'm doing cardio on the treadmill, trying not to avoid that. Because it's so important to your cardiovascular. And so yeah, that's really just my goal. And then summer, obviously I started to tone down, just kind of lean out. That's really my goal. And just, everyone wants to be big, but everyone forgets that it's not always the healthiest way to do things, right? I can't be an athlete when I'm like heavy and looking big and can barely throw a ball or like gas out. Gas out, running a lap. So that's essentially what I'm doing. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, I do like heavy lifting or compound movements, but Wednesday and Saturday, I do like cardio, HIIT workouts. So I keep up that stamina and endurance that I want to have without having to like lose so much weight, right? So I do low intensity cardio on the treadmill, like 30 minutes of walking at an incline, and then on Saturday I'll do like movements, baseball movements, whatever it is, like sled stuff. Functional movements, sled pulls and push. But that's what makes it fun for me. Like you said, you like, it's the same thing. If you go in the gym expecting to like just look good, that's not gonna last long. Like you're gonna get so bored of working out. So adding that kind of stuff makes it makes the workout fun. It also makes it interesting, learning about how the body, when you're sore, how do you, I'm not getting any younger. So doing these stuff makes me, understand the body better. And I'm able to actually just kind of like come back on Monday ready to go and excited for the workout. So that's my goal. With the brand, I'm not really trying to like bring into the gym, but I do know that a lot of people nowadays, like the trend is, dad hats or just the two-tone hats, like I said, right?
Two-tone hats, A-frame hats.
Right. So you guys already know, like, I'm not really trying to, whoever wants to wear it, they can wear it. But, for me, like if I do want to like involve it in the gym, like it doesn't matter who it is. Like you can rock whatever you want, man. But yeah, that's pretty much for my goals. And, like I mentioned earlier, Bam, she never really, my girlfriend, she never really liked working out. Like the idea of working out was like the last thing she'll ever think about. And I remember over the years, I would tell her like, babe, let's go work out. Let's, I need a gym partner. All these guys are bringing their girlfriends. I'm over here flying solo. Like, what are you talking? She was like, no, don't ever ask me. Well, I have no idea what happened this year. Like the flips or the switch flipped. And one night, like I came home from work because I work late, right? So I still hit the gym. But one night I was getting ready and she was like, babe, I'm gonna follow you to the gym. I was like, stop playing. Like I was ready to go and she was like, no, for real. Like I'm gonna go get ready. So she got ready and I didn't even know how to act, bro. I was like, 5 years only now? Like you wanna work out now? Like I was like, shoot, let's go. And she followed me to the gym. Bam, she's introverted. She doesn't really like being around like crowded places. She gets overstimulated and the crowd makes her, she gets overwhelmed, And so I know it was my duty to go with her. And so she's kind of like she is my accountability partner. She keeps me in check, and not just the gym, but just what I eat and stuff. And although we believe in like moderation, she definitely keeps me in check on what I eat. But yeah, she started her gym journey this year, and that's what made me more serious about it. And we're crushing it, man. I just hooked her up with some new knee gym build gear, so she's definitely crushing it even more. And but yeah, man, it's just this year's, it's only up from here, and I'm super excited to see how we end the year, physically and mentally.
Hey, shout out to Bam, man. That is because he came over and he was talking about this, and what was it, a day or two later,
dude?
She ended up going with you. You told me, and you were super excited about it.
Yeah, that was the crazy thing. Like so I didn't even mention anything about us talking about it because I know it's a sensitive subject. I never want to be like, you got to go to the gym. I never ever have told her that.
Gotta make your own choice.
But I never even hinted it either. So like, I was telling Jay when I came to pick up a shirt, I was like, bro, man, like, what do I gotta do to get Vanna in the gym with me? Like, it's so much fun when I work out with her, like in the house. She enjoys it. And he was just telling me, just kind of like, just do your thing, bro, and she'll eventually join in. Sure enough, like a day or two later, she just decides to come with me, and I was like, I'm blessed, bro. Let's go.
She's ready to take it to the next stage.
Yeah, seriously,
bro. And you know, that's really sad because me and my wife have a really good relationship when it comes to fitness and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm really happy when I see like that, bro, because for her not to go at all, like she just hated it, right? And then she decides now, this is what I do. This is what I'm gonna do. And then now she's taking off because it does nothing but good things for you. You know what I'm saying? And, and that's fucking awesome, bro. That now you guys are partners and shit like that. Like that.
And you guys were working out at home to begin with?
Yeah. So we had during COVID, right? We had to figure out a way to just stay active. So we had weights that I bought off Amazon like during COVID, and we had a bench there, and then just a bunch of kettlebells. And so I would do like HIIT workouts for like I would go on YouTube and I would just search up different workouts that she could do that kind of like involved like full body. And she would be like gassed out at the end. I'll be like, and then I would be like, well, you should definitely come with me because it's so much more funner over there, you know, and just trying to be, you know, playful and stuff. But just I bought a plan for her, like a workout plan that fits her body and her needs. And dude, she's been crushing it, and she's definitely been loving it because, you know, it's not where it's like us where we lift heavy and you know lots of reps. It fits her needs. Like it involves running and like from the start, like literally from the you know a beginner. So that's
all she needs though.
That's all she needs.
You know, I think also builds you start to slowly build that confidence to want to go now. Like I feel more confident now that I'm working out. You know, even like you with me working out and you know just now recently running. I get into some situations now that kind of helps my mental, like, you know, I feel good about myself, I feel confident. I don't have to shy away from doing something just because, you know, it's weird, but
no,
I think the confidence thing plays a role.
That's funny that you mentioned it because one of the things that I wanted to focus on with Bam was building her confidence up, right? And trying to get her to just have fun with it rather than focus on why it's important to work out, right? And you know, when you have fun with it, you don't even realize what you're doing. And so essentially just doing that with Bam just, you know, helped her a lot with, you know, doing her workouts by herself. Like the first 2 weeks, bro, like I used to work out like in the morning before work, but I made a sacrifice the minute I get off work to go at night because it's dead. And that was the only way Vanna could work out. And so soon, like slowly but surely, she started to like get used to like working out, like doing the workouts by herself. And then just last week she started working out, like doing her own thing, like away from me, bro. Like she didn't have to call me to grab the dumbbells for like across the other room, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like I sacrificed so much just so she can feel comfortable. And that's what I wanted to do. That was the whole point of like me preaching to everybody else, is not necessarily just like the whole importance of mental and the physical game, but just kind of like loving the journey, right? And so to see my own girlfriend doing it, man, like it motivates me, just like you said. Just I'm just so blessed and so excited to just started with her, and I'm so excited to see where she's gonna go with it.
And it took her, and that's what I was telling you that day when you came, because it's like a lot of people won't do anything until it hurts too much to not change, right? And a lot of times it's like you have to lead. I'm not big on telling anybody to do anything. Like even when I was in the Army, when I was, you know, I was a team leader and stuff like that, right? I'm not big on telling people to do things, especially something that I wouldn't do myself, right? But if you just do shit and you lead and they start seeing your results, right? That's when people will follow. You know, you just have to keep doing, be consistent and stuff. People will start to follow. And that's kind of what I was just telling you that day. It's like, bro, just do you, be very consistent with it, and then watch the people around you want to do that. Because you know, they see the good results that you're getting. Not that you're looking better or anything, but how you're feeling, the energy that you bring. That's the kind of stuff that they want for themselves. So why would they not do something like that? If all it takes is for me to sweat a little bit during the day, why wouldn't I do it, right? You know, and it's like you just bringing that energy around people. It's gonna make them want to do things that you're doing. You know, kind of follow those habits that you're having, and that's fucking awesome, bro. Like that's so tight. Like I'm really excited for Bam, like that. You know, she stepped out of her comfort zone to do something that she's never done before, never wanted to do before. And look at it, it only took her 2-3 weeks to get comfortable and be like, I got this, daddy. let it go.
Dude, you know,
let me be.
Sorry, I love talking about it. Like I don't care. It's for some reason, like to see Vanna grow like that, it means a lot to me. And you know how passionate we are when it comes to that stuff. But yeah, I already knew that she was growing that confidence because she even asked me, babe, get me clothes from Niche and Build, like when you get there. And you know, she's not really big on workout clothes. But the minute she started, you know, investing in that stuff, I knew that any girl who gets workout clothes wants to wear it to the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, for sure. And so just to see her grow, yeah, it's one of the coolest things, man. One of the coolest things.
That's awesome.
So shout out to you, babe.
That's solid, bro. Hey, there's a lot more that we could talk about, but bro, I really appreciate you coming on, sharing your journey, your story, and you're obviously getting other people around you to be a part of that and want to better themselves, and that's all we hope for around here. We just want more people like us Islanders to just figure out that we can make those decisions to better ourselves and
break the mold.
Break the mold and not fall into this idea of we have to be average, because that's just we come from small places and we can't be bigger than what we're used to seeing. And I really appreciate you being a part of our team, being a part of the ambassadors, and coming through and talking to us and sharing, bro.
Even though you were nervous about it.
Dude, hella nervous. I do wanna say one thing to you guys watching. No matter what, don't let anybody dictate your future. Just do you and stay original. But most importantly, don't let anybody tell you what you should be or where you should be at or whatever. Just trust in yourself, believe in yourself, number one, but also just have faith no matter what.
Yeah. You follow your own timeline.
Yes, sir.
It's nobody else's rules but yours. Yeah, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you. It was a fucking good one. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. I look forward to the next one, boys.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that was Pete Kapileo, everybody. Go follow him, Beyond Bless.
Yeah, Beyond Bless Supply on Instagram. Personal is Pete.Kapileo. You can also find me on TikTok. I'll be releasing some some workout videos on there. But yeah, just appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching.
Yes, sir. Hey, you guys check him out. Check out Beyond Bless Supply. Get some fucking hats. Still waiting on him to bring some damn hats in here so that we can sell them out of the shop. But yeah, appreciate you guys for joining us on this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Got anything, brother?
Nope.
We good. Thank you, guys.
See you on the next one.
We out.